pod. All right, here we go. The first info session of 2021. I hope I remember to say all the things I meant to say. If I forget anything, just ask the question. So if you look on the top bar under 3 dots more, you'll find chat. And I would love for you to say hello in the chat group and tell me where in the world you are. Always so exciting to see where everybody is zooming in from. I am on the south coast of Western Australia, so about 6 hours from Perth and the other side of the country to Sydney and Melbourne, and totally different time zones, which is super confusing. So let's get started. Hopefully everyone can hear me and see me all right. If someone could just let me know in the chat, that would be awesome. All right, so here is what to expect during this info session. I'm going to walk you through how the Primalista license works and show you how much you can earn, as well as the startup costs. We're going to look at some real life Primalista case studies, and I'm going to walk you through the 3 brand new platinum, gold and silver memberships that we've put together over the summer for you for extra support and the bonuses. And I'm going to tell you as well about the brand new Thriving Business Double Guarantee, which is just going to make starting your primal alternative business feel so much less of a risk and more of a, what have I got to lose? Let's go for it. So I'm also going to be running a Q&A throughout the whole of the session. Thank you, Chantel. Says all is good, can hear and see me. That's perfect. So any questions you have, pop them in the chat. There's always a few little technical issues, right? No one can hear you, no one can see you. You'll just be able to see me. So feel free to come and go as you please, do what you've got to do. And if you're watching the replay and you want to ask any questions that aren't covered here, just put your question in the comments wherever you're watching, or send an email to info@primalalternative.com. That's me. All right. And what I would love you to do during today's info session is to book your free 30-minute call with me. So what happens on the 30-minute call? Well, it's an informal chat, just like this on Zoom, but just me and you, about how you could become a Primalista. And we'll do that by discussing your current situation, explore your business goals, because everybody has a different definition of what a thriving business means to them, right? I'll tell you more about the double guarantee. And the place to go to book your call is primalalternative.com/call. I'm going to put that link in the chat. It's a really easy one to remember, right? primalalternative.com/call. So you can just cut and paste that into your browser and book your time in your time zone, and you'll get free reminders and the Zoom link of where to meet me. And today only, for those of you who've shown up live, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you carving out half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour if I talk too much, of your time to join me for this info session. And so, just for live participants only, if you book your free call with me during today's info session, I will send out to you a free packet mix and a packet of cookies so you can try the recipe and convince your family of how yummy our products are. All right, so let's get started. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm a primal living expert. I'm a certified primal health coach with over 30 years experience in the health and wellness industry. I'm a sought after speaker. I've been a guest on over 25 podcasts, spoken at key wellness events across the country, and had my own food as medicine health transformation. I established the Primal Alternative brand 7 years ago and created the license 5 years ago. And I've helped over 185 people get started in their own primal alternative business. This model has been successfully replicated in 4 countries across the world, which is the USA, New Zealand, Australia and the United Kingdom, and fingers crossed, just about to launch in Canada. We've got 33 streamlined products across 4 different product lines and currently around 400 stockists. and that's just in Australia. The Primal Alternative products are grain-free and so naturally gluten-free. They're refined sugar-free. We have low-carb options and a nut-free range, as well as dairy and egg-free options for the vegan folks. We have compostable, I need to put my teeth in today. Compostable packaging, which is a real, so close to my heart. We use premium and organic real food ingredients. And one of our key point of differences is that our products are locally homemade with love. They're made without gums, emulsifiers, soy, yeast, vegetable oils, or all those other nasties. Primal Alternative is an established and well-loved brand. We're well-loved by Quirky Cooking's Jo Whitten, Helen Patterin, pictured here with Geeta, who's a wonderful naturopath, Jordan Pye, who's a GAPS practitioner and nutritionist, Steph Lowe from The Natural Nutritionist. We're approved by Additive Free Kids, Changing Habits, Alex Stewart, Deborah Murtagh, Pete Evans, and many, many more. So why grain-free? Well, Primal Alternative makes products that are grain-free because grains contain a lot of anti-nutrients such as phytates and lectins, which basically means that your body needs to bind those anti-nutrients to minerals in your body to get rid of them, which can leave you depleted in things like magnesium and iron. Gluten, as we know, so many of us have gluten sensitivities or allergies, and even just one dose of gluten, we know now, can make your gut extra permeable or give you a leaky gut and cause a cascade of inflammation and pain from that. Grains are quite often genetically modified, sprayed with glyphosate, and a lot of the products that we see on the supermarket shelves now are very different to what a loaf of bread used to be like 100 years ago, when it was just simply made with yeast and flour and water. All you got to do, and I know you have, is pick up a loaf of bread or hot cross buns or anything from the supermarket and just read that list. What are those ingredients? Why does it need all those preservatives and additives in it? No, thank you. All right, so what about you? That's enough about me for now. I'd love to know what's brought you here today. And I'd love if you could put your answers in the chat box. So just a reminder again, that's just in the top tab, the 3 dots more, first option chat. Hello. I'd love to know, what's your motivation? What's your why? Is it because you want to start your own Primal Alternative business to be your own boss? Is it because you want to contribute to the household finances, work from home and choose your own hours? Is it because you want to align your vocation with your highest values around health and food and family? Is it because you want to be there for your family? Or is it because you want to do something for you that's going to challenge you and help you grow? So Diane says, primal eating is becoming very popular. I agree. I think we haven't even seen how much the primal paleo low carb world is going to explode. I think in 10 years time, it'll be pretty much as big as the gluten-free market. It's exciting, isn't it? Chantel says she's changed health conditions and looking for other options to work from home. Is it Chantel or is it Chantel? Because you have to tell me in the chat, because my boyfriend, I'm married, my son had a girlfriend and she was called Chantel, and I said it like the French, I'm European, and he was like, it's Chantel. Either is fine, I'm not fussy. Oh, good. All right, what's stopping you from moving ahead? We always have a bit of a but. I'd love to do this, but what's your reason for not moving ahead? Is it 1, money constraints? Is it 2, time constraints? Is it 3, lack of know-how? Is it 4, family duties? 5, current job restraints? Or is it 6, my favorite, fear, self-doubt, or lack of confidence? So if you just pop your numbers in the chat, I'd love to know. Lack of know-how, Diane says. Welcome, Sonia. Hello, hello. We've just got started, so you haven't missed much yet. All right. Hey, Sarah. Come on, you silly thing. There we go. All right. It's live, okay? So 1 and 3, Chantel, money and lack of know-how. Sarah, money, constraints, and fear, self-doubt and lack of confidence. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. That's so cool. All right. So just don't forget, I would love to have a 30-minute chat with you about how you can become a Primalista. We will look at your time that you've got to put into a new business, the potential stockists in your area. It's very much a strategy, business viability call. It's not so much about how does this all work. Like this is that bit. So the call is more about you. And I would love to have that opportunity to talk to you. I have calls available on Tuesdays and Fridays. Fridays fully booked. So I know I've got some time available this afternoon / evening / middle of the night for Diane. So if you can't find the right time for you, if you're working, if you're watching the replay and you think, oh, well, that's all very well, H, but I'm at work, that's cool. Just let me know. I'm very flexible and I will create time to talk to you. Now, I'll see your calls come through because I know sometimes people have the concerns that their call didn't get booked in. So I'll be able to see if your call has been booked in. And don't forget, if you book a call today, just for the live guys that are here today, you'll get a free packet mix and some cookies. All right. Right, let's get into how the license works. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek behind the scenes. Here we go. Here's a sneak peek at what you get with the Primalista recipes and resources. Everything you need to know to create your primal alternative business is held on these 3 pages. So the 1 page is a welcome page. And then we also have the recipes page and the resources page. And I'd like to give you a quick look at those. So here on the secret recipes page, you'll find the recipes, the secret recipes. I can't click through there because obviously that'll reveal all of our trade secrets. But you'll also find how-to videos from me in my kitchen showing you how to make the products and how to package them. As you can see, we've got instructions on how to do the bread, the pizza bases, cookies, pastries, packet mixes, granola, whole foods, the new exciting part of the business. Very exciting. So on the resources page, you'll find a guided tour from me, just showing you where to find everything. And everything is here. You don't need to work through this and pass any modules or anything like that. You don't need to learn it all in one go. All you need to know is that everything you need on how to set up your business and how to run your business is here. And it's for you to dip in and out of as you need to. So say, for example, if you're just getting started and you want to set up your email, here's how to get your email. If you're wanting to work out what to put in the online shop bundles, there you go. There's information on what to bake first, where to get your ingredients, and all of your supplies like labels and bags. We also have a pricing guidelines, so you know exactly how much to charge. We have a profit calculator, so you can work out exactly your margin if you're interested in that kind of thing. Everything is on here, and it's just a case of diving in as and when you need it. And the other support that we have is our closed Facebook group. So if you can't find what you're looking for here in the resources, you can search within the Facebook group to find an answer straight away, or ask your question there, and you will be quickly and lovingly answered by either myself or one of the Primalista sisters who's here to help. Now, you get access to the recipes and resources after your 7-day cooling off period. And during the cooling off period, you will get a sort of stepwise series of emails from me
to help you get started with your food business registration, to help you get your insurance, to help you set up to get access to the recipes and resources, get your email set up and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's heaps of fun, very simple, straightforward, and it's all here for you.
Just something I noticed in that video that is out of date, because for those of you that don't know, I've been working with an amazing digital marketing company over the summer. Well, winter for you, Diane, in Florida, but summer here in Australia on this side of the world. And they basically went through my whole onboarding process. So, you know, from what you're doing, the process you're going through to becoming a Primalista and into the first 3 months. And they just took this out and this out, and they said, we need to do this, and we need to do this. And it's been so scary, but also very, very cool and valuable. So, and I'll come to this more and cover it more deeply when we go through the Thriving Business Double Guarantee. But now, as soon as you join, within 24 hours, you get access to the Primalista recipes and resources, which is what you just had a look at. So you can have a really good look around within that 7-day cooling off period to make sure you're happy with everything that's there, which is cool, because before you had to wait 7 days before you even saw it. All right, so how much can you earn as a Primalista? Now, these are our profit margins, and it's relevant even if you're watching outside of Australia, because as you can see, I've got here the margins. So we've got in the black the cost to produce. So that covers your ingredients, your labels, and your packaging. It doesn't cover the conversion cost because there's so many variables, right? And in the green is your profit. So if you were to sell a packet of cookies, direct to, so you've got the retail profit is when your consumer buys it. So you're selling direct to the consumer. 70% of that margin of that sale is yours. And if you were to sell to a wholesaler or a shop or a stockist, depending on what terminology you use, depending on what country you're in, then obviously they take a percentage to help you sell the product. So we have a different wholesale price for retailers. But as you can see, most Primalistas will have a mixture of markets where they're selling directly to customers. They may sell things directly through their Facebook page or through their social media or to their friends at work or to their friends in general in their network, as well as to some shops. So you'll have a mixture of retail and wholesale sales, essentially. So on average, about half of the cost of a product is your profit. So I'll just let these pie charts sink in. And if you want to crunch these numbers again, they're on the website. If you want to run through them with your partner, if you just Google, how much can I earn as a Primalista? That's Googling. How much can I earn as a Primalista? Primal alternative, the page will come up with these beautiful pie charts. I love a chart, don't you? I'm very visual. And here we've got the same for the bread. You can see it's pretty much the same. We have got a good worked out margin. And you know what? The margin, the margin is brilliant because the fact that the prices are already worked out is brilliant, because trust me when I say you will want to charge less. You know, if you were to start your own business from scratch, you know, when I first started selling the cookies, I was selling them $5 a bag, you know, like I wasn't making any money. And I saw a friend of mine at the weekend, she's just started her own natural deodorant business. I said, hey, good for you. You know, she's watched me do Primal Alternative, and I know she's had something like this in mind for many, many years. And now she's started and she's there at the market with her little 2-year-old daughter. I said, good for you, you've done it. She goes, yeah, I've done it, but I didn't, you know, cost in a profit for me. I'm like, oh, no, that old rookie error, you know? So it's nice to know that this is all worked out. So you know you're going to be making a profit. So what about costs to start up? Well, let's look at that. So I reckon that overall, it's going to cost just under 2,000 Australian dollars to get started. And then when you hang up your apron, which you will one day, I don't think you'll do Primal Alternative to the bitter end, right? But you will be able to sell quite a lot of your kit on to another Primalista or on a buy and sell group or something like that. So I reckon you could make your money back on most of it, right? Obviously it's not guaranteed because you'd have to like sell it yourself and stuff. But you've got your food business registration, your insurance. You don't need a Thermomix. I just suggest starting with your own food processor. And then you can see we've got other equipment here listed here, as well as things that you're going to need to make the product that you'll get your money back on, like your cellophane bags, your ingredients, right? You need to buy all of that first. I really recommend having a lean startup. It's so tempting to go and buy all top of the range cool things at the shops. And that's fine if that's what you want to do, but if profit is your aim, start low, start with a lean startup. Hello, Julie, welcome. And you can always have incremental upgrades as you go, as your business starts making some money for you. Bink. All right. So essentially, the Primalista license investment gets you from A to B quicker than if you started a food brand from scratch yourself, right? And I'm pretty sure that you appreciate that and that's why you're here. But essentially, that's what you're paying for. Yes, of course, a health enthusiast like you could go out. Recipes are not the problem. There's an abundance of recipes out there on the internet. It's turning them into a brand. It's getting the look right. It's working out your colors. It's working out what fonts you're going to use. And having that like, know, and trust factor that's already been established on an international scale with Primal Alternative. That's the investment that you're paying for, essentially. So a lovely quote here from Primalista Amy, who's my Primalista in Denmark, Western Australia, not Denmark and Europe. And she says, having only started not quite 2 months ago, I've been blown away with how instant the cash flow was. And it's true, this is a brand that people already know and people are waiting. I get emails every day. Is there anybody in my town? Is there anybody here? Is there anyone in New Zealand? If anybody from New Zealand is watching, can you please book a call? I am quite desperate for Primalistas in New Zealand because I get at least 3 to 4 messages a week from people wanting to buy in New Zealand. Come on, New Zealand. Come on, New Zealand. That's my New Zealand accent. I'm allowed to do it because my husband is a Kiwi bro. Hey, cheer, girl, sweet ass primo. Oh, Helen. All right, let's look at some real life case studies. Primalista Rosie, she is in her 3rd year. She's actually in her 4th year now. I think we're just about to have a Primiversary. Yay, Rosie, love Rosie. I love them all. The only reason I know how much the Primalistas earn is because they tell me, right? We don't do sales reporting. You don't need to report anything to me. And I don't take a percentage of your profit. Like, that's gross. I don't want to do that either. So I only know this because Rosie sent me a message at the end of financial year and said, I think I'm going to have to register for tax next year because my business has turned over 70,000. And she bakes 3.5 days a week and takes 6 weeks annual leave. So just to put that in perspective, she earns what my full-time carpenter husband earns. And it's seriously trying to get him to take time off. Like, he did take summer off this year, to be fair, but in the previous years, he's earned that much and he's worked, like 50 weeks a year. Not bad. Rosie says, I love my business. It provides me with a fulfilling job to do that I never wake up dreading. Ugh, we've all had that feeling. I feel a lot of personal satisfaction from knowing I'm helping other people to eat well and make better health choices. I've gained confidence personally and professionally during the process of starting and growing my own business. It feels like a dream that I can earn money doing something I love while at the same time being able to be at home for my young son. I've worked hard for my business, but it doesn't feel like work as it brings such an incredible sense of pride. And Primalista Shah in Queensland, she's in her first year and will turn over 45,000. She bakes 2 days a week and she has 10 weeks annual leave in line with school holidays. Shah says, since starting my business, I've become an entrepreneur, started to build the foundations of key collaborations with other small businesses and become an active change maker in the wellness world. Yeah, I love how what I'm doing has such a significant impact on the health and wellness of my community. There's no greater reward in owning your very own health business. Primalista Leanne, New South Wales, in her second year, and her business turns over between 35 and 40,000. She bakes 2 days a week and she has 6 weeks annual leave. Leanne says, I'm just really pleased I took the leap of faith and jumped into Primal Alternative. It instantly resonated with me. My husband and father-in-law were highly skeptical. Who's got one of those? Let me know in the chat. That I could make any money out of selling bread for $16 a loaf. There's always a few of those people, doubters. They still don't get it, but have seen my success as proof that I might actually know what I'm talking about. I love that the license gives me the option to pick and choose what I bake and how I structure my business. I love selling at the markets. I really love connecting with my customers on a personal level. I get such a kick out of them returning each week, and these moments fill me with so much joy and gratitude. Have you booked your call yet? I would love to have an informal chat with you. It's free, it's 30 minutes, there's no obligation to become a Primalista. We'll just look at your current situation, explore your business goals, reassure you with the double guarantee. And the place to go to book that is primalalternative.com/call. I've got appointments available this afternoon and next week. Tuesdays and Fridays are my on-stage day interviewing potential Primalistas. I love it. It's so much fun. I'd love to have a call with you. And don't forget, today only, if you book your free 30-minute call during this info session, so it's nearly finished, right? So hurry up. I'll send you a free packet mix and cookies as a gift. And the incentive really is, we all just need a little nudge, right? We sit on the fence, we think, oh yeah, get more information. And sometimes we need just a little sweetener to go, okay, I'm going to book a call and I will literally send you something sweet in the post. All right, so, and getting towards the end of the session now, guys. So, Sarah, can you check if I booked a call with you this afternoon? I certainly can. Let me just refresh my emails. I don't know why I'm suddenly talking French, but I am. Nothing's come through yet, but my email hasn't refreshed for half an hour, so refresh. Ooh, exciting. I can't wait to talk to you, Sarah Brooker. All right, I'll keep checking for mail. Checking, it's having a slow morning. Okay, let's get into the membership, bonuses, and the Thriving Business Double Guarantee. All right, there's lots of writing on this screen, so you might want to screenshot it or just chill, absorb it in, and know that this information is available on the license page. So you know that page where it says all about becoming a Primalista and what's a Primalista and how does it all work? primalalternative.com/license. So you can reference this. It's literally just cut and paste copy from that page. So don't stress about scribbling anything down or anything like that. No, Sarah, nothing. Let me just check all inboxes. Nothing. But it says I haven't had any mail since 8/24, which is particularly weird because I get lots of mail. This happens, you know. So many people say, I swear down I booked and it never came through. So that's why it's good to do it while we're on, because we can make sure, and I can say I've got nothing at my end. All right. We'll make sure we work something out, Sarah, before this finishes. All right, so we've got 3 options. This is all new for 2021. So we'll start with the silver membership, which is like ye olde offering of the Primalista license. So this is very much DIY option, right? So if you want to just get in, get your Primalista license, have access obviously to the Primalista online community, which is currently hosted in a Facebook group. It is an amazing community. Everybody always tells me how supportive it is. It's super high vibing. Everybody's in there to support each other, celebrate successes. And it's just a great resource. You know, we've been doing this is our 5th year. Pretty much every conversation's been had. So you can search through previous chats to get answers to what your question is. So that's $584 a month for 12 months. That includes your Primalista license and your monthly membership for the first year. Then all of these options, this is for 12 months, right? And then after 12 months, all you're paying is $110 a month. That's your membership. So you, like I mentioned before, when I was talking about Rosie, you don't pay a percentage of your sales, which is the norm, right? With a license, you'd pay anything between 3 to 5% normally of whatever you sell to the licensor, Primal Alternative. Not the case here. So you could have a $5,000 month and all you have to pay is 110. It's 25 bucks a week, right? It's very reasonable. I think it's brilliant. So the best value, and this is what I would recommend for new Primalistas coming in 2020, is the gold membership. So it's a total value of $10,820, but it's only $8,999, and that works out to be 750 Aussie dollars a month. If you're watching internationally, I do trade in Aussie dollars, so it will still be Aussie dollars for you. And there will be obviously a slight exchange rate variance as things change. With the gold and the platinum membership, the difference is one-on-one support with me. So with the gold membership, you get 3 months, basically helping you start your business and get it off the ground. With the platinum membership, you get 6 months. So you can see the different prices here at the bottom. $917 a month for 12 months on the platinum, $750 on the gold, and $584 on the silver. With the platinum and gold bonuses, there's over $1,500 worth of value. So this is what comes with those 2 memberships. So you get My Business Blueprint, which is an 18-page PDF document. If you've done any kind of looking into starting a business, you know that starting your own business is the biggest personal growth journey you'll ever go on. It brings everything up. It's so powerful. And now that you've cleaned up your diet and you're constantly working on your health, you've got that extra energy and that clarity to really, you know, up level in all areas of your life. And My Business Blueprint is a lot of the mindset work to help you with your business. You'll also get my health coaching courses, Thrive and Set for Life, which isn't written on there, but you also get Set for Life. Oh yeah, sorry, it's a big writing there, Edge, look, Set for Life. You'll also get Aligning for Success, which is my tapping. Have we got any tappers? I was doing a bit of tapping when I went to bed last night. Love EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, tapping. A specific course I've done for Primalistas. You'll also get a beautiful organic fair trade apron modeled here by the beautiful Vi, a silicone spatula, here, this blue one, plus an extra one-on-one session with me, which you can keep under your wings and roll out maybe in a year, 2 years time, whenever you want. What does the coaching with me involve? Well, basically what we'll do is meet on Zoom, or we can chat on email, or we can do voice message, which is my favorite. We can chat on WhatsApp or Voxer, which I think is a little bit more secure. And really what we'll be doing is clarifying what a thriving business means to you, right? Getting that clear is really important. I think you really need to be knowing where we're going. Otherwise, you're just kind of getting in the car and driving around aimlessly, right? And I'll support you and hold you accountable to make it a reality. You're 95% more likely to succeed. You can tell I was just working on these notes yesterday, when you have a mentor. So with the platinum, 6 months, gold, 3 months. Silver, no coaching, no bonuses, but you will have access to me in the Primalista Facebook group. The kind of things that I can help you out with the one-on-one support is helping you with your food business registration. I have to say, I'm a bit of a pro with the food business registrations. I'll help you scale or streamline, to be honest. Speaking to Primalistas about streamlining because they get so busy is more common than how to scale. And to really get that for more profitability and enjoyment, it's okay having a booming business, but not if it's too stressful, right? Well, we can look at how to turn busy into productive, help you cultivate healthy boundaries, and having boundaries doesn't make you a bitch or a badass. Moving through feeling scared. A lot of people say to me, oh, I want to do it, I'm just scared. So we can move through that. And also something really powerful that's been really powerful for me is understanding your business as a separate entity. So it doesn't all feel so personal. And that can be really helpful if you've got to have like awkward conversations about money or something like that, and so much more. All right, let's get into the Thriving Business Double Guarantee. So this is what my amazing new company that I'm working with have come up with, and I literally nearly vomited out of fear. But it's so good and it's so true, because of course this was, of course this was the case anyway. But I just wanted to make it really clear so that you feel that it's not so super scary starting your own business. And I just was talking it through with Primalista Kyra, who she helps me a lot in the business. And we were saying, you know what, this is like brilliant objection handling answers for when you're talking to your bestie or your mom or your partner about starting Primal Alternative. And they're like, well, what if you don't like the recipes? Or what if you don't get any sales? How are you going to make your money back? And just thought, oh, this will be brilliant comebacks, right? What do you think? This is the first time I've presented the Thriving Business Double Guarantee. I'd love to hear your feedback on what you think of it. In the chat, let me know. So there's two parts to it. So there's the 7-day cooling off guarantee. So when you join Primal Alternative, you'll have a full 7 days to try the materials, try the recipes, and start setting up your bake from home business. And if at any point during those first 7 days you decide, hey, it's not for me, just let me know and I'll provide you with a refund, no questions asked. And this one's the best. Guaranteed sales in your first 3 months of being open for business or your money back. So I want to ensure that your business hits the ground running with the maximum possible chance of success. Once you're open for business, if you follow our steps and don't get a sale in the first 3 months, we'll refund you the whole cost of your membership paid to date. And the steps are simple, right? So it's like, make some product ready for sale, approach stockists or retailers to stock your products, create a social media presence so that you can create an audience. If you're in Australia, be in your state online shop group, because you'll get orders through the shop that way as well, which is cool. I'm not seeming to sync my phone. I'm going to check my other emails in a minute. Sarah. Anybody else booked a call while they've been on the session? Let me know in the chat and I'll double check. Final call to book a call, and I'll send you a free packet mix and some cookies. Yeah. All right. Question and answers. What have I missed that you wanted to? Oh, Chantal did too. All right. I'm going to double check. Cool. Yay. And get some cookies out to you girls. Oh, it's come through. Chantal, yours has come through. Excellent. Yay. Can't wait to meet you. But nothing from you, Sarah. Weird. All right, so please, any questions? Yes, please try again. Thank you so much. Any questions, please pop them in the chat. I'm going to leave you with a survey that I did with the Primalistas. So I had 66% of, was it 66? It was a really high percentage of Primalistas do the survey for me, so that, they can't obviously all be here and talk to you today. But I wanted to put some of the common questions that I get during these info sessions to the Primalistas, not just boring old me, right? You've heard from me, boring, so that you can see what their responses were. So whilst I do this, pop your questions in the chat group. I'll stay on the call to answer all of the questions. But meanwhile, enjoy the video. Donk. Here we go. Oh, I do like a bit of pop music. We don't want to watch it again though, thank you very much. Now, during the video, I had a couple of people private message me and ask me if their call had come through, and it hasn't so far. I've only got from Chantel. And I really would love to meet you, and I really want to send you some cookies, right? So what I was going to do is just, and I've got a question as well that I'm going to answer. I'm just going to stop that share. Hello. Hi, everyone. And I'm going to go into here. So I'm just going to Primal, get that thing out of the way. www.primalalternative.com/call. Just to, because at the very end, you do need to like click a button to confirm it. Here it is. Hopefully you can see my browser on Google. Everything takes ages when you're on Zoom. Have you found that? So I had a brilliant question in the chat. What happens if there's another Primalista in my town? That's a great question. Yay, you've got somebody nearby who is going to be somebody you can share ingredients with, somebody you can go out for coffee with, host events with, all of that kind of thing. It doesn't matter so much when you think about all of the potential places where Primal Alternative could be sold. You really do need people nearby to help you out. Like, so when you're having a holiday, if you need a break, it's so good to be able to say, oh, can you just cover my market, or can you cover my stockists for a couple of weeks while I take a break? It's so helpful. So it's not so much about, is there another producer in my town? It's, can I think of 3 to 5 places to sell Primal Alternative where we don't have, where we're not already in, okay? So hopefully that answers the question. And during the call, we will look at the potential stockists that you've got in mind and make sure nobody's already talking to them. How good's that? All right, so I'm going to set my time zone and I'm going to book in with me today. Carry on. So do blah, 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 for word, okay. And I'm just going to put a dot. You don't have to fill these out if you don't want to. Oh, it's not going to let me do that. Anyway, the point being is at the very end, you need to click complete appointment. Okay. So if you've done that and you haven't had you'll get an automated confirmation from me with a Zoom link. And if that hasn't come through, then it didn't work. So let me know. And if you're really struggling, just email me with your phone number and email address and I can book you in at this end, but it really shouldn't be that hard. A question from the lovely Diane. Can you tell me what Eastern Standard appointments you have available? Don't see TV. No worries, Diane. I will email you directly for the US. So Eastern Standard, Eastern Daylight Saving Time is 3 hours ahead. Eastern Standard is 2 hours ahead of where I am now. All right, stop sharing that. New York, New York. How exciting. All right, any final questions before we finish? I'd love to answer them for you. Did I answer them all for you? Good. Good, good, and good. Well, thank you for coming. If there was something that hasn't been answered, just email me. Any of the emails you get from me, they come from me. I write them. You can just click reply and I will reply to you. And yeah, the next step is to book a one-on-one chat with me. So thanks for coming. Thanks for everybody watching the replay and have an absolutely gorgeous day. Bye.